Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello and welcome everyone. We start this year with a series of webinars about efficient inventory management in QAD. We'll show how you can bring your inventory management to the next level by adding efficiency and visibility to its various processes. To make our webinars short and informative, we split the whole inventory management subject into 3 sessions. Today we will talk about core inventory processes that include material movements and inventory details maintenance. The February webinar will be about inventory replenishment. We will show how you can efficiently identify material requirements and establish replenishment techniques using 32Soft replenishment workbench. And in April, we will talk about maintaining and validating the accuracy of your inventory using efficient processes for cycle counts and physical inventory counts. Inventory is one of the largest assets for manufacturing companies, and the ability to effectively control it is vital to the success of any organization. Different organizations have different challenges when it comes to inventory management. For some, a competitive economy might require balancing between product availability and need to minimize stock. They have to maintain low inventory levels to free up valuable cash. For others, it could be maintaining accurate inventory records without putting too much company resources in the process itself. Day-to-day operations of moving high amounts of inventory are not only time and resources consuming, but also lead to discrepancies between physical inventory in the warehouse and details about this inventory stored in QAD system. And this potentially could be another challenge. Today we will look at the core inventory movement and maintenance functions in QAD and tools you can use to efficiently handle these functions. In QAD, the majority of inventory movement transactions happen in the background. Shipments, purchase order receipts, work order receipts, and issues, these are only some of the activities that automatically generate inventory transactions and update inventory balances. But you still have to perform some activities manually to manage inventory at the logical system locations in QAD so they accurately reflect your physical warehouses. Such inventory activities include inventory transfer between locations, issues and receipts that are not related to sales, purchase, or work orders, and maintenance of inventory details such as expiration date, inventory status, or grade. QAD has corresponding functions for all these activities. But when it comes to processing large amounts of inventory on a daily basis, you might find yourself looking for increased efficiency of these routine but critical operations. 32Soft data loaders, with their simple and familiar interface, robust and reliable performance might be a solution you are looking for. Let's see how these solutions work. Inventory details data loader that I have on my screen allows you to review and update specific inventory attributes. When items are received into inventory in QAD, they are assigned inventory attributes that include a save percentage, grade, expiration date, and inventory status. A save percentage and grade are applicable for industries that may require certain percent solution or grade in product manufacturing processes. Expiration date is usually assigned for products with short or finite shelf life, for items that eventually get spoiled. And inventory status is an attribute that is used regardless of the industry or product type and allows you to impose certain inventory movement restrictions. With this loader, you get instant access to inventory details in QAD. It works as reporting and maintenance tool in one. You can download or search for inventory by entering selection criteria in the header and then analyze downloaded data or update required attributes. First thing, of course, you need to tell the loader what QAD database you want it to connect to. Click on Setup button, highlight required QAD database, and click Select. A message is displayed showing database selected. You can search for specific inventory by entering selection criteria in the header. You can specify site, location, item number, lot serial, and reference. Once you enter your selection criteria, click on Download. On a first connection of any 32-soft data loader to QAD, a pop-up window will be displayed prompting for your QAD user login. You need to enter your credentials and click Login. Your user ID and password will be validated and your access rights in QAD database will be determined. If credentials you provided are incorrect or you are not authorized to use corresponding QAD menu, in this case, Inventory Details Maintenance, in QAD, the database connection will not be established and the login window will keep coming back. If user authentication was successful, you will get selected inventory in Excel. You can use downloaded data to review and analyze inventory balances or its specific attributes. You can update any attribute for multiple items at once. And all changes you will make will be logged into QAD as inventory details update type of transaction. The most common example is changing inventory status. Let's say I need to restrict activity for a specific lot number. Regardless of the location, this item and lot number might be in QAD. I will put lot number in the selection criteria. Download from QAD all inventory records for this specific lot number. Then assign hold status. And upload it into QAD. Now all inventory activities for this item lot quantities will be restricted to allow transactions for item status hold. Similar, you can remove certain status or update any other attributes. And also you can double check that your lot has been assigned the hold status either by re-downloading data for that lot, or you can remove lot from the selection criteria. And you will see here's all your inventory for site 10 with all the inventory statuses on it. If you need to transfer, for example, inventory between locations, you can use inventory transfer data loader. This tool makes inventory transfers in QAD really easy and efficient. Let's select database. And specify selection criteria. And click on download. The fact that you see all the inventory you have at the selected location or for selected item lot serial before creating transfer transactions in QAD also adds confidence and minimizes error. Transactions happened with this loader, created with this loader happen in real time. So if you enter quantity to transfer, for example, one here and one here, location, and click on transfer items. It's already on this location. Let me pick, I picked the wrong one. You click on Transfer Items. You will create a transfer transactions in QAD and update inventory balances at the affected locations instantly. You can check results of the transfer right away by downloading updated inventory balances in Excel. You can see decreased quantities. If you need to create unplanned issues in QAD, you can do it with another 32-soft tool, Unplanned Issues Data Loader. Unplanned issues in QAD are generally used for items that need to be written off. For example, floor stock, or in some cases it might be also used to process scrap or to record materials issues for work orders that have been closed. You can search and download inventory by entering selection criteria in the header. And once selection criteria are entered and you select QAD database, you can click on Download button, and this will bring into Excel details of the selected inventory. For each downloaded item, you will see a lot and reference details, current quantity on hand, location, and inventory statuses. To create unplanned issue transactions, all you will need is to edit downloaded data. First, delete lines with items for which you don't want to create unplanned issues, or you can simply put quantity to issue to 0. I will just issue 1. Once all information is prepared, you click on Upload. This sends data to QAD and creates unplanned issues transactions. Again, these transactions happen in real time. You can go to any related QAD menu, such as Transaction History or Inventory Detail Report, to verify transactions and their effect on inventory balances. Or you can click on Download button and get updated QAD inventory details right into your Excel template. Information you submit into QAD is always validated against existing QAD records. This applies to all 32-soft data loaders. If validation process encounters any errors, for example, invalid account number or issued quantity exceeding quantity on hand, let's simulate this such issue. 0 here. Let's put wrong account here. And then I want to issue one of each from this location. You can click on Upload, and validation encountered some errors. You will see errors occurred in the status window, and color of cells with incorrect values have been changed to red. Each red colored cell will have comment attached to it with details of the error. You can mouse over the cell to see the detailed error messages. Taking into account the sensitive nature of unplanned issue transaction and its effect on general ledger, this tool has a built-in restrictions and security checks. If you need to allow unplanned issues only from certain locations or for certain inventory statuses, you can define those locations and statuses in generalized codes. This will prevent the loader from issuing inventory from locations or for the statuses that have not been included in this generalized codes list. Like in my case, I can't perform unplanned issue transactions from location 200. And you can see I got error message for each quantity I wanted to issue from that location. Once all errors are fixed, I'm not issuing anything from here. I want to issue 20 here and fix account here. You can click on Upload, and you will see that unplanned issues transactions have been generated successfully. You can re-download and double-check quantity issued. Similar to unplanned issues, you can create unplanned similar to unplanned issues, you can create unplanned receipt transactions. This can be done with unplanned receipts data loader. Unplanned receipts in QAD are generally used for miscellaneous items that need to be received back into inventory. For example, floor stock items sent back from production or materials from manufacturing work orders that have been closed. To create unplanned receipt transactions, you need to enter details of the items that should be received into inventory. You can key in data manually or use list of items and quantities you have prepared in advance, as I will do for this demonstration. I have a list here, so I'll just do copy-paste. You may have noticed that columns in 32soft data loaders are color-coded. Legend in the header explains meaning of each color. Usually gray are read-only fields. Changing their value does not have any effect on the uploaded data. Green are editable and sometimes mandatory fields. Yellow are optional fields. You can enter value in those fields or let QAD use default values. And some loaders might have orange colored columns, like in this case. Orange is used for key fields that will uniquely identify QAD record. Once you prepared all the information, click on Upload button. As you may have noticed, data loaders do not ask me for user ID and password with every connection to QAD, but they do run user authentication in the background every time Excel connects to QAD. They use credentials I had provided during my first QAD connection. If I will close data loaders template, then after reopening, it will prompt me for QAD user ID and password again. Successful, and if there are any errors found. As you could see, demonstrated inventory data loaders can process not only large amounts of data with just a click of a button using simple and user-friendly interface, but do this in a safe, efficient, and reliable way. In this short webinar, we showed you 4 of generic 32soft data loaders, and there are many more. Join us next month to learn about really efficient and productive way to identify material demands in QAD and create or update purchase orders based on these demands. This might be that aha moment, or why I didn't think about it earlier moment. On this note, I will finish demonstration part of today's webinar and pass control to Denise to start the Q&A part. Denise, can you please take control back from me?
You betcha. Thank you, Elena.